This is Ma'am Ridu here and welcome back. Today I'd like to share about a beautiful ritual that we have in the Vedic tradition and that is called Tulabharam. Now for those of you who had tuned in into Mahasada Shivratri's live streaming, you would have seen Swamiji sitting on a weighing scale. And on that weighing scale, he sits on one side and on the other side we have devotees or disciples who who wish to contribute, and they have actually given contributed various items like food items or silver, gold, anything, and that is weighed against Swamiji's weight. Now, why is this done, or why is this tradition done, or why is this ritual done? Now, if you recall, there was a story of Krishna and his wife Satyabhama. Krishna has three wives, but he liked Satyabhama, the second one, most of all, and she always wanted to experience his love the most compared to the love he gave to the other two queens. So one day she said, I'm going to weigh Krishna and I'm going to give away all my gold, jewels, everything, just to show how much I love him. I'm going to give everything away just so that I can show how much I love him. So they had a similar kind of a ritual where Krishna sat on one side of the weighing scale, and she kept on pouring and pouring all the jewels, the diamonds and gold, everything. But Krishna did not move up. In other words, his weight was still much more than what she was putting on the other side of the scale. Her objective was basically to tell him that I love you so much to the extent I can give away everything for you which equals your weight. And she kept on doing it. She emptied all her coffers, her cupboards, her drawers, her chest, everything. But there was nothing else she could put which would then let Krishna's weight come at par with what was there on the other side of the scale. And she was so disappointed, she was so sad. She removed even her personal jewelry at that point of time and gave everything on the scale, but Krishna did not budge. And at that very point of time, Rukmini came and comes to Satyabhama and tells her, it is not the physical ornaments that we put, but it's the devotion of your heart that you put that will then bring Krishna to you. And at the very moment she understood that it's not this physical gold and jewelry or diamonds that a guru or God looks out for. He just requires your heart full of devotion and love and selfless love. At that point of time, she picks a bilva leaf, she infuses her being into it, and she puts it on the other side of the scale, and lo and behold, Krishna's weighing scales, the weighing scale became equal. So you can see, in a similar fashion, in a similar manner, when we have the Tolabharam ceremony here, each devotee, when he pours out something to give to the master, when he forgets who he is, when he forgets what he's even giving, he just loses identity in the whole process. He begins to understand that the master is so much more than what he owns or what he has or what he thinks he has. And it's an amazing experience to just be in that beautiful energy space when somebody sits on the Tolabharam. And one devotee of the other, they come forward and they contribute so many things just to show their gratitude towards Swamiji, and also to show that eventually it is the master, and all the other things that we have are rather small, immaterial. In this journey from our being to the ultimate, we did come empty handed and we leave empty handed. In this journey, our only purpose of life is to move from whom we think we are to become the ultimate, to evolve to become the ultimate. Tolavaram is just a simple ceremony where you can show your love and devotion and gratitude to Swamiji. And at the same time, you also get a click that look at me and what do I have? You come through a stage and begin to understand that what you have is actually not yours. And that's the time when you want to give it away. And when you do that, you do go through and get into a karmic breakthrough. That means you move away from whom you think you are to something much more. You experience very strong cognitions. A cognitive breakthrough happens in your system just by a simple act of offering a Tulabharam offering to Swamiji. None of us can actually go into space, in a negative space or an egoistic space, that I am contributing to Swamiji. I'm the one who's doing it. It's my wealth. I don't think you can get into the space, because the space that Swamiji has created is so sweet that the minute you come forward and offer something and prostrate at his feet, You know very well that everything that you have or you think that you feel is yours is actually not yours. And you're just giving it back to Cosmos, the very things that he gave it to you. So it's an amazing way to connect back to the cosmos, an amazing way to connect with Swamiji, and an amazing way to even go within and to understand the very basics of non-possessiveness. We may be owning things, but we will not move into the space of possessiveness, where you feel you possess this and possess that. You move into the space of detachment. So it's an amazing way to experience all of this in one simple offering called Tulabharam. I'll be posting a link here on how you can register for it and what actually a more detailed description of it. And at the same time, hopefully you connect with us when the next Tola Bharam happens. But meanwhile, do enjoy what it's all about, and we'll keep a space that there'll be one very soon, and you can register and be part of this beautiful offering and ritual. So with this, blessings and Nidanandam.